live already.
Mhm. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is fine. We are using something a little bit different today. We're just kind of adjusting and going with the flow, making sure everything is good. I hope everyone had a good week. Just give me a few minutes just trying to set things up. All right. Thank you, everyone who are tuned in so you can get to meet our special guest in a little bit. So, yeah, if you see me kind of silent, I'm just trying to get some things set up here, kind of using something different today. So, yeah, let's see. If you had a great week, great holiday, please put that in the chat, all right? I hope you all are having a great week so far, have some good New Year's resolutions, and looking forward to a new year. All right, let's see here. Let me get this up and going. Let's see. All right, gotta get this going. I tell you, sometimes technology is not as simple as you take it at times. Sometimes you just have to go with the flow. So hold on a second. Let me kind of get something going here. Is this one hot? Don't know.
Are you using the remote?
I would have to use it at some point. Okay, that's a little bit better. Yes. All right. So I want you all to drop a like in the chat. I don't know if you're able to connect to this. I don't think I can connect to it. If you
Battery
can.
100%. Connected to
Yeah, so if you all had a great week, please put that in the chat. So let me see here.
So you find it.
Somewhat because I want what is connected to that already.
It's gonna come with commercial.
Oh, okay. Then I'll try to connect to it in time. All right, guys. I hope all is well. So yes, tonight is a special night. It's been a while since we've had an interview. So much things is going on, and we're just trying to go with the flow with things. But yes, we are here and we have our special guest coming on tonight. So, yeah, I want you all just to kind of stay tuned and so forth. But in the meantime, I just want you all just to give us a thumbs up and tell us how you're doing in the chat, all right? I know a lot of you guys celebrated the holidays and a lot of you traveled and so forth. I hope you all had a great time. Tell me if you did or not in the chat. All right. And in a little bit, we're going to pray to open up this session. And so just give me a minute, just getting technical things situated behind the scenes. You keeping that?
I'm going to bring it back.
Okay. Yeah, I see some of you guys were already waiting. I appreciate you all. I really do. Let's get this going. Okay, that is cool. Let's see. Well, I am SoRoyal Mish. Long time no see. I know you've been seeing Mama Fisher a lot these days. Tell you, life kind of gets you and you just have to go with it and work things out the best way you can. That's basically what it is. So if you don't mind, I'm still setting up some things tech-wise behind the scenes because I'm using a different platform today. So yeah, we're just making the adjustments as we go. So yes, please don't be silent. I love that you all are here waiting so patiently while I get things set up. So yeah, all of these fun, what you call it? Let's see. So yes, in a bit we are going to get situated because my end we are getting things going. So yeah, appreciate you guys and your patience and all of that. Really appreciate it. Yeah. So yes, we are going to get going soon. I hope Mama Fisher bring back my remote because I so need the remote to get other things in place, y'all. All right, let's see here. So yes, if you're watching us behind the bushes, tell us where you're watching us from. I know we have fans and subscribers all over. We have fans and family in Africa, in Canada, the Philippines, Jamaica, all over the United States, the UK, and so many places. I can't name them all now, but you guys are all out there, and we all appreciate your love and dedication to just being there with us and just hanging in there with us. So yes, definitely. I'm going to give you a little bit of information about our guest that will be joining us soon. His name is Mr. Handsome, as you see on the thumbnail. He is an MC. He is a grandfather of 10 and also, an entertainer. And I'm sure that he's always constantly working on different things in his life in terms of social media and so forth. So definitely, we greatly appreciate him dedicating the time to come on and going to spend the time just so that our audience can hear and see a little bit about him and just, just know what he's doing in his life and maybe some new projects if he's working on it currently. So yes, we greatly appreciate, our guests coming on. We love when all our guests come on and really spend the time just to share a little bit about what they do. This is us and what we do. We always share all the time on our channel constantly, So it's a pleasure to have someone come on and just kind of share what they do. And, we look forward to him coming on in a little bit. So just hang tight. And, as we get some things kind of situated. But yeah, again, as I mentioned before, when you're working on a different platform, sometimes you just have to work through things. So yeah, I'm used to using what is it? StreamYard. But tonight we are using YouTube Live tonight. So yeah, it's a little bit different. Usually when I use YouTube, it's usually it's usually oh usually just single. So now I am learning how to join other people on the live. So yeah, figuring all of those things out, which is definitely fun. So yeah, definitely we appreciate your likes. And we know that people are taking their time to come in. A lot of you are watching behind the scenes. Appreciate you guys watching from the bushes, as we would say. But yeah, definitely appreciate you guys. Share a screen. Share a screen. Nope, we don't want to do that. So as I said, I know a lot of you have celebrated this week and traveled and did all sorts of things. So yeah, I'm definitely open to you guys posting in the chat some of the things that you did over the holiday and what you plan to do and so forth. I appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, as you see, I'm trying to relax as much as possible during this break. Oh, yes. Let's see here. Let's see, let's see. All right, let me kind of connect. So, yes, well, I didn't really do much for the holiday. Well, I shouldn't say that. I spent time with my family over the holidays. I was invited to a couple of dinners, went out with my bestie, and we had a great time. I probably ate a little too much, but in time I'll work it off. But yeah, I had a great time. When you're in a Caribbean family, and you're around family, there's no regard sometimes when it comes to celebrating and eating with their family and friends. Definitely. Yeah, and some of you, I see that some of you guys traveled. That's awesome. I know I have some family that traveled to Jamaica. That's just a regular thing that is done. They travel to Jamaica to see the other family and friends over there on the island. So yeah, Let me see. I might actually, and if for some reason, we have any technical difficulties, just be sure to know to always look for another link, another live link on our channel, because those things do happen. We have technical difficulties sometimes, but it is what it is. And we see our guest is in the chat. We're going to work on a way to bring him on. Oh, let me see. Go to channel. Replace, remove. Interesting. Yeah, we're trying to get something situated so we could join him on the channel. I wonder if I have to use my phone for this, because I'm using my laptop and going live. Sometimes there's some things that are not accessible on the laptop, which it should be, but sometimes it's easier on the phone. So, it's interesting. So we're going to actually find out. Maybe that is the case. Let's see here. Edit. Let me see. Trying to play around with some of these buttons to see what we can get done here. So again, like I said before in the beginning, we are using a different platform for our live. So, there are things that just look slightly different. So I think I might, let's see, working it out. Let's see here, trying to get him the correct link. All right, let's see. So if you're listening and to go live together, is this something that you do when you go live on your phone? Because for some reason on the laptop, I do not see to go live together. So I think that's where the issue is right now. But, if I got to flip and use my phone, then I will do that. Share screen, share. Let me see. Total link there. Okay, that's not it there. Okay. Start a poll, close. Hey, Garford Venture, thank you for joining in. Appreciate you. Yes, the same to you as well. All right, so we're gonna try a little something here. I'm not closing off this live, but what I'm going to do is I am going to go live through my mobile device. And I'm going to see what happens there. And see if I'm able to see the option. Which is unfortunate because I really wanted to use this link. Okay, I see it. Mr. Handsome on my mobile device to go live together. So I'm going to do that. Let's set this up. Let's see here what gives. Okay, now I'm seeing the link. So copy. All right, I think. Okay, let me see if I could send you the link. All right, so let's see here because I think I'm able to do it on my mobile device. So if this link closes off, please join us on the link that is going to be on our channel with both of us on there. Okay. All right. Let's see here. All right. I think we got it now. You teach me something new. So let me tell the audience here. So audience, um, please rejoin the live. Mom, if you can put in the chat for everyone to join the live with myself and Mr. Handsome because I have to use.
You sent me the wrong link. I was like, you sent me the actual live, but not the link to join.
Yes, and you know what it is? When I use the StreamYard, sometimes when I invite guests, I send them. Yeah, sometimes when I use the StreamYard and I invite guests, sometimes I send them that, and then there's a link I can drop for them to come on. But using this together on YouTube is look, this is new for me. This is the first time I've done this. I see. I see it's very easy. So I realized I can't do it on my laptop. That's what I was trying to find. I'm like, I can't find it. And so using the mobile, I'm able to do that. So yeah, I'm welcome to the stage. Thank you so much for joining us today.
How you doing? How you doing?
Doing great, doing great. You know, we've been watching you and we know that you've been doing a lot of good things. So, you know, my mom's the one that she's the one that reaches out a lot of the times and then I set up the stuff technical wise and then I just get this part done. So yeah, before we kind of get into it, you know, if you don't mind, I usually open up with a word of prayer. You know, any session that we do, I normally do that. And you know, this commercial thing always wanna shame us, but it's all right. Oh, you could change the background too. Oh, oh, we're gonna work on. I'm gonna work on that as we go. All right, let's bow our heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we just want to give you thanks for allowing us to come together and just to share. You know, merge two worlds together, just to you know, get in touch with our brother, Mr. Handsome, and just to, you know, hear about the good things that he's doing right now where he is. We ask that you may bless him, his family, and loved ones, dear God. We ask that this interview may touch people's heart and may encourage people to do good in their community. We ask you all these things in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. So yeah, now you're giving me a tutorial. So let me see what I can do now. What are you pressing now? Now I come here to interview you, but you're coming on to school me on some things.
Let me see if I could share it to my people.
Yeah, definitely. Do your thing. Let me see. Create highlight lighting. This is all, you know, I'm fascinated by this. I'm always learning something new with this. This is kaleidoscope makeup all effects underwater. So how did you change your background? How did you do that? What did you press?
there is this sorry.
Oh,
You
maybe.
can change the background right here. Lighting, you can change the lighting. So you
Okay.
press the arrow that you see going down, and you just press the whatever
Yeah.
thing you need.
Oh, okay. So it's in the lighting kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, I see those things on the sidebar. So God's Child TV, because I still got the laptop going on, so I'm trying to get them to come on over here because the laptop was going live with it, but I had to do a new live. So come on over to the other live, all right? If you're on the live now, yeah. But look, I'm trying to get fancy here. Anyways, we'll work it out. Wow, this is amazing. So, you know what? While I'm figuring that out, I won't spend too much time me trying to fiddle faddle. But in the meantime, I would like to introduce you. This is Mr. Handsome. He is live in Jamaica. So, yes, he is an awesome MC, grandfather of 10, and entertainer. And thank you guys, Charles, for coming over. So, yes, please share. I already gave the little bit about you. Oh, you're sharing it, so I'll give you time. So I'm gonna greet everyone who's coming in, and then we're gonna get into it. So yes, God's Child TV, thank you for joining us. Yes, this is Mr. Hanson. Oh, you say you know him? Nice. I know you're probably a fan too.
Everybody, thank you for the join. Thank you for sharing share the live as well.
Yes.
I didn't get the time to advertise it. Oh, we want to advertise it, so you definitely have to do it again. We have to come back with this great interview because this is going to be my first collab with somebody overseas. I've done it here locally with Zazan before.
Oh, okay.
So,
cool, no problem.
It's a good way of meeting some of my guests, and I meet some of your guests and things like that,
Exactly.
Blessing to you too. Blessing to you too as well. Remember to share the live. Remember to like the video as much as you possibly can when you come on.
Yes, please make sure you do. And then, like you just mentioned, you touched on a good point. Yes. So for the people who don't know me, I am SoRoyal Mish from the This Is Us and What We Do YouTube family channel. And look, I know a lot of people know you. This is Mr. Handsome MC. Again, grandfather, entertainer, famous man, famous. Mr. Famous. That's going to be a new nickname now. And he is live in Jamaica, and I am live in the U.S. So yeah, we definitely, made this connection just to, highlight the good things that you're doing, and just to see, what's going on your side, your neck of the woods, and then for some of our fans, that might not know you, they'll get to know you, and make sure you subscribe to Mr. Handsome on YouTube, and also subscribe to me if you haven't yet. So yeah, definitely, a pleasure to just collab. Look, we've done so many interviews with different people all over, and I'm always learning something new. As much as I see, guys on social media and stuff, you learn something new when you kind of get a chance to get together like this, So it's definitely an honor to do this collaboration. So Mr. Handsome getting fancier me now because he changed his background. I'm still stuck with my commercial back here, but it's all good. We gonna work it out, right? So please, I introduced you. Please tell us a little bit about, who you are, where you are for those who don't know. And then those who already know, look, it don't hurt to hear it again.
Oh, well, thank you guys for having me. Actually, I was doing a live, and I said, on my Facebook page that, we can do collab with people that live overseas and, get to know each other, get to share a story and things like that. So your mother reached out to me right away and said, oh, I would love for you, my daughter. So she sent me some video that you guys already done and things, overseas with other persons that you collab with. So I said, let me, do this collab.
Yes.
Sure. It was like a week ago. A couple of days ago, rather.
Okay.
So, I'm here. So, if you're new, I'm a writer, I'm a director, I'm a producer. Okay. I do content with grandkids. show people that yeah, man can take care of kids, especially two girls. Yeah, we
Mhm.
can. So and with the help of the viewers, my grandkids then came in my life, to my daughter.
Nice.
Um, I don't think that she was capable enough at the times to some women really don't really get it together as some, and I really pitched in and,
That's good.
take the responsibility of it.
Mhm.
January the 15th will be 4 years since I
Wow.
have them.
Wow. That's awesome.
One is 7 and one is 3. One
Mhm.
will be 4 next month. So the challenges that I've been through with them, I've gone through so much, and I'm still learning as a grandfather. And
Yes.
so as you can see, the background picture that you see with them, I
Yeah.
took them to Disneyland yesterday.
Sweet. That is awesome. Being a grandparent is definitely not the easy one, and I'm sure that's probably got the hook with my mom too, because I have two little ones that one of them is kind of big, but she still look after them, and we all work together and work together as much as we can, and you sacrifice a lot. Yeah, well, that's awesome.
And one of the next thing that we wanted to do is, you know, listen to each other's story. YouTube is not a bad place. YouTube is a nice place, a family, oriented, platform that you guys can come on and you can share. If you guys doing a cooking tutorial that you wanted to share with other people, we can do a color on that as well. So there's
Yeah.
many different, if a father or a grandfather want to come and share the experience of their grandkids, with us as audience, you can do so. You can do it also.
Right. That is awesome. So yeah, showing a little love to the people in the chat. So yeah, God's Child TV says she's watching from South Carolina. Thank you so much for tuning in and so forth. And if you're still on the other live and you don't see myself and Mr. Handsome, please go back to our channel and tune into the other live with both of us on the screen. Kind of, we're going to dissect some things now. So yes, I know you said that you are an MC. How long have you been an MC? And explain what an MC is for those who don't know.
Although the word MC is must chat.
Okay.
The definition of an MC, must chat.
Mm-hmm.
I started off doing acting, theater, live performance and stage and you name it. But it take a lot for us to do a play with 6, 7, or 4 persons. The most you do in a play is 6 or 7, and it take resources. You have to build a house and all of that. And then living in America, I started to go to different events.
Yeah.
And perform by myself. Like backyard party, barbecue. Inside of a club, and I always like dress up in my costume. And I realized that people, and I get time to punch my line by myself instead of to wait, because I always communicate with other person on stage.
Yeah.
And when I realized that I can communicate with the audience, make up my joke. And first I start with my experience of if something happened to me in the day, I can talk about it on the stage.
Yeah.
And I realized that, whether it's a good or it's a bad, I talk about it on stage, and people is laughing at it. I started to go to some expensive clubs in America and do my stand-up comedy, and people find it hilarious. So I just stick with it, and then I started the MC wedding. Now my first wedding was in New York.
Okay.
I get booked by a church member to MC someone wedding for them, and I went and I sing at the wedding. I was the master of sermon, so never know what the master of sermon is. So they say, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the master of sermon, and I took that title and started to sing, calling up the bridal party who to make speech, and then I just find it fascinating. And the pay, I didn't have to split the money in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. It's just me alone and thing, and it turned out to be something wonderful, and I stick to it. So I still do the acting, but most what I'm doing now is MC.
Okay, that is awesome. Now, what encouraged you to do that?
Again is It's just to see the smile on people's face, motivation. I love to see when people laugh. You know,
Mm-hmm.
remember, as an actor on stage and looking in the audience and see people, I know what it is to get a good laugh.
Yeah.
Even though I might have a situation that I'm going through in my home, but going out for that one moment for about a half an hour to 45 minutes to an hour, I can
Yeah.
sit back and I can laugh, and I'm not thinking about my bills, I'm not thinking about the girlfriend, I'm not thinking about nobody. That moment, and when I look, if I can enjoy it, I do believe that people who are watching me is enjoying it the same way. Please remember to touch that screen twice. Touch
Yes.
that screen twice, and then
Tap it up and
so
like up the live.
yeah, it's fascinating to see people laugh and enjoy themselves, and and it motivates me more that when the show finished and people them is leaving whether it's a club or a theater, and they would see me and they would say, man, trust me, I really enjoyed it's a wow, like being on stage performing and you enjoying it. You see, anything that you enjoy,
Yes.
you must know that the audience is enjoying. And people is not going to get up, pay their money,
Yes.
200, 300 people, 150 people come to listen to somebody talk rubbish. It must mean something. So the more I put on my event and I see people coming to watch it, I say, yeah, I'm giving them something. I'm offering them something. You know what I'm saying? I never neglect to entertain and to ask. You know?
Yes.
Don't compromise. Did you enjoy the set? Did you enjoy the show? And when they tell you, and some people really mean it, it makes you want to do more. So, watching other celebrity overseas as well doing stand-up comedy, it piqued my interest, and I was like, oh, I wanted to be like that stand-up comedian. Jamaica never we don't have a lot of stand-up comedian. We can count them on 10 and my 10 finger.
Yes.
They're good in their rights, but I try to do my thing different. I don't only give jokes, but I also sing.
Okay.
In the in between, I give a joke, and I realize that there's a young lady that look marvelous, look radiant. I just come with a song, prepare. I can tell the DJ play that song for me, and I sing it to her.
Okay, that's awesome. That is great. Now, I'm gonna go back a little bit and then come, because sometimes what we do is influenced by our childhood. If you were to give me a little bit about, your childhood, like where you grew up, for those who don't know, like we know that you're in Jamaica, like which part of Jamaica you grew up, like, what was your childhood? Did you love it? What were some things you did as a kid that you think influence what you're doing now?
Somebody said, so happy you are here. Thank you for having me on this platform that people who don't probably never follow me. You can follow me, and I'm going to follow this young lady.
Yes.
I grew up in St. James.
Okay.
I was born in the parish of St. James, Maroontown, Flagstaff. And I always wanted to be a comedian growing up. Ever since I have knowledge of, of wanted to be something.
Yes.
Never wanted to be a police. I never wanted to be a doctor. I just wanted to be an entertainer, And I think I started to pursue that level of. I took up that interest when I was like 10. Of being the entertainer in school.
Yes.
Always making jokes. Always wanted to be on stage. Always at church wanted to sing. So, I see that in me from day one, but never get the opportunity. We don't see nobody else was doing that in my community to say, I always like watching on TV to get more and more knowledge of how to become an actor, what it takes to become an actor. And after a while, when I reached my teens, I thought that at one point my dream was going to just dry up, but I keep seeing it more and more and more and more.
I'm telling you, that's how it is. Thank you extremely. Fitness Junkies for joining us. Good friend of mine. Please subscribe to Mr. Handsome, MC, entertainer, grandfather in Jamaica. So yeah. But and that's why, I didn't want you to go too much into it because I'm like, I know sometimes what we do now, a lot of time is like again, it's what we did as a kid. So that's why I just wanted to get that knowledge. So it sounded like it was just in you to entertain, to bring laughter and joy. And I mean, you mentioned being in a church and so forth. And is that where you kind of started to use your singing skills or and so forth?
I think so. I think starting up in the church, I always wanted to sing, whether Sunday, whether funeral, anything happening in the church, I wanted to be a part of it. And I always go to the pastor and say, "Can I sing this Sunday?" And my father would have made me a little guitar out of bamboo, So they call it a banjo. And I always like played, even though I couldn't play it, I just keep on my finger up and down, up and down. My songs is coming through. So, So, and he always, my church or my pastor would give me the opportunity to sing. And 55 years later,
wow,
I've continued doing it,
That's a blessing. That's a blessing. What's your favorite song? But before I ask you that question, I'm gonna say someone's asking for your link. So yes, it's Mr. When you go on YouTube, what is that?
Mr. Handsome Vlog. That's the name of my channel.
Okay, yes. And if anything, and you can't find the link still, I will definitely send it to you personally. But yeah, I'm using YouTube Live and collaborating. This is the first time I've done this with YouTube. I'm always using StreamYard. So the things that I normally would do, like plug in links and stuff, I'm not sure how to do that. But
you're gonna get a chance to do it after a while. Just learn it, and don't this way is better than StreamYard.
You know what? It's pros and cons to it. I love it this way because you connect with the audience faster. StreamYard, it kind of hold back some things. And so, using this, I'm going to get used to it. So, I like the idea of to connect with people faster. And then sometimes it reaches out to people that you don't expect. So that's the real plus with going vertical with this. So yeah, it's just me getting used to it. That's really just that. But yeah, God's Child TV is definitely in the chat. Yes, you could definitely search him, You said Mr. Handsome Vlog.
Mr. Handsome Vlog, yeah.
Yes, you can look him up through that on YouTube, and you'll be able to connect with him. But yes,
we have a lot of content with the girls, them man. Get to know the girls and things.
I see them once in a while. I think I saw them. I don't know what it was, but you was with them, and they was doing something. I can't remember, but they were just busy, but they was cute. Yeah, cute little girls. So yeah, I'm gonna.
I see me in one of them. I mean, my attitude, my perseverance, things that I wanted, but my mind wasn't that, because I wasn't growing up in St. James, going to school. My brain wasn't that fast, academical. It wasn't, and I didn't have anybody to figure it out and say, okay, he need to get after class. We need to push him more. Nobody. So my 7-year-old, I seen something in her that I was lacked of. You know what I'm saying? So I tried to push, trying to get our tutor, try to figure out what she wants, what she lack of. And we have to do that. If we don't do that for our grandkids or our kids, we're just going to leave them and don't care about the academical skill. And I don't want the same thing happen to me, happen to her.
Right. So you have gone through it, trying to navigate and make sure that she, like you said, don't fall into the same thing and just get more help to elevate even past you. And I see where God's Child TV said not everyone is academically capable. I'm telling you, we all have different skills. We are not skillless. We have something that we can use. So, I tell people, you don't need a degree to be successful all the time, but it's, if you can, you go. but you know what you work with what you have and make the best out of it. That's really the key, you know. And you
Some
know,
people shame. Some people literally will, actually shame about the academical skill because they don't want nobody to know that they can't do certain things. But so what? You have persons who can do more than enough persons who have masters, bachelors, and they're not doing anything with the degree that they got.
yes, sometimes that is the
They only
case.
have it. They only have it in number, have it in paper, but you spend all these thousands of dollars to get that and end up, not using it. So I didn't spend any money, and I'm using the little what I have,
Mm-hmm.
in creating this my own platform, my own story.
Yes.
Because trust me, whether you like it or not, every one of us have their own journey and their own story that they're writing in their head. Some people show it, some people not showing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Like she said, a lot of people pushes for academic and leave the skill out. We need to push the skills. People need to
We
change
don't have
this
this
narrative.
yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
people, have this skill.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is sometimes. But yeah, definitely do your best. You're doing your best with what you got, and I see that, with your granddaughter, you are trying for her to use her skill and just take advantage of what she has with her. Be
She can
successful
sing.
too. She can
She's
sing.
young, and I realized that all the songs, because I do my morning devotion, you can join me every morning. If once I get up, I'm at the mood, because I'm not going to, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to come and tell people religiously every morning I'm on live doing morning devotion. Let if I get up and I feel the mood to do a devotion, I'm going to do it. And most of the songs that I said that I played in devotion, you can hear she's singing those songs. She know the words for the songs and harmonizing with me. So I think a couple of years from now, about the next 2 year and a half from now, we will be doing some duet together and thing. And she's very religious, the oldest one.
Oh, that is awesome. So in terms of, I know is she involved in the church and so forth and singing and so forth, or is she still young? She could still be
No,
in.
no, no. I don't put her. I don't put her. She's 7. I'm not going to put her in anything. You see, no, for us as for me, I'm not going to push her into anything now until she says she want to baptize. I want to tell her what baptism is like and what to expect line and stuff like that. So you can't force a kid 7 years. Some person say, "Oh, I baptized when I was 7 years old," and you know adult is telling lie. Adult Christian is telling lie. Adult Christian is doing so much less a child who is still a child. You understand what I'm saying? Things is going to happen between she and her sister, and she might blame her sister when she do it. So we have to watch out. You understand what I'm saying? We are not perfect. And if we are going to be honest with ourselves, don't push a 10-year-old or a 7-year-old into, oh, she want to baptize, and come up and tell the story and say, oh, I baptized from a 7-year-old. The only person who keep the faith or who hold on to everything that is right in the Bible of God, we are not that perfect. So, I'm trying to hold up with her until she understand
it better.
Make that big step.
Definitely makes sense. Definitely makes sense. So yeah, man, getting back on the singing. You say you do your morning devotions and so forth.
I do morning devotion and I sing. I do karaoke songs, gospel musical, and things like that. What I do with my MC job is not MC any kind of dancehall event or any kind of gyrated. I do mostly weddings. Okay. So if a person is getting married and they ask me to come, so I be the master of sermon for that whole complete reception time. I don't put the mic down until the maid of honor, not the maid of honor, the groomsman. Okay. Not until the groom come up and make his final speech. That time I finish. Okay. But out from that, I entertain the guests right up until the wedding. Okay.
Do people request songs, or do you just have your own list of songs?
Some people call and they will book me and they say, okay, like for Saturday, I'm coming. I'm doing a wedding. Not Saturday. When is the 31st? The 31st of this month.
I think it's Thursday.
Doing a wedding. next Thursday, I'll be doing a wedding and I'm going to stream it live on my YouTube page so
sweet.
people can see. Because people fly down. Some persons book me from overseas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't come to your wedding and just means they go there. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. Smith to come and make a speech. I don't do that. If you book me to do that, somebody else can do it.
Okay.
I'm an entertainer. I'm going to make you laugh. I'm going to sing for you.
Yes.
I'm picking out the obvious at your wedding. I even will watch who taking up the liquor them and putting it in car for you. So I do a whole deal. So because I went to a wedding and I see somebody stole like majority of the liquor and put it in their car while I was waiting to go MC the wedding.
Yeah.
And when the wedding started and the bride was like, what happened? Where's the liquor? Where's all the stuff that I bought? I know where they were.
You're working security too.
Carrying them out to the car, carrying them out to the police. And I think that was so unfair, you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For persons to put on their wedding and invite guests from overseas with all the iron liquor, because people always have, for the reception, to make the reception exceptional.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are going, if family member is going to the bar and take out all this liquor and pack in their car, that's unfair.
Right, because they spent their money on that. So what is because I'm gonna see if I could get you in a singing bag a little bit so people would know, okay, yes, they know you're MC and singer. What is the most requested song that you get, and what is your favorite wedding song? Because they don't have to be the same thing. And are you willing to sing one or two of them?
Favorite, yeah, man. I'm gonna find favorite songs. One of the most requested songs that I get, because I do funeral. I never tell you that, but I sing at funeral.
Okay. They waited on this. I see God's Child TV said, I'm waiting to hear him sing. And Extreme Fitness Junkies is just blowing up the chat with a lot of good comments.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Double tap the screen to
I get requests like somebody overseas and sometimes they're not coming. They ask me to stream it for them, and they ask me to sing on their behalf, and I get paid. I get paid for that, So they will say, "Oh, Mr. Hanson, I want to charge to sing at my grandma's funeral. I can't come home." Like of the live people, this live should have been blowing up, But I mean, we're coming back.
Yeah.
So one of the most requested songs
Let me end
that
the
they
other
ask
one.
for is the song called "If Tomorrow Never Come."
Okay.
That's one of the most request songs.